just changed boxing forever. Reports say he signed a massive $100 million deal with Zuffa Boxing under Dana White. Fans.
Welcome, we're talking about now. Word on the street is that Shakur Stevenson signed a $100 million deal with Zuffa Boxing. They saying Devin Haney probably come over there also. Now, answer this question. And I mean, not a question, but just think about this, right? Now, if it's so that he signed $100 million deal, evidently they don't know their worth. And because one thing about it, Zuffa was under so much scrutiny about them only paying $750,000 to these guys once they win championships, or the highest you can ever go is $750,000, no more than that. Now the debate is to get some of the best fighters that haven't been getting these deals like this. Now, and like I said, I hate to say it, us as black fighters, we black people, we hear a big number, $100 million for 5 fights. Now, if you're saying $100 million for 5-fight deal, right? That's $20 million a fight. Evidently, let me tell you what you can do. You can get 5 fights, 20 million plus. You can get $20 million a fight plus and make way more than that. And then you fighting for the WBA, WBC, IBF, WBO, and whatever else belts they got out there. You can fight for all these belts. Once you find for Zuffa, you can't fight for these guys. You can't challenge these to get these big belts like this. So that's out. That's out the box right there. And once again, you got to wear your same. You can't wear no Shakur Stevenson trunks. You can't wear all this, none of that. All this is Zuffa stuff. But you understand, some people just don't own their stuff. That's why I respect Mayweather to the fullest. Mayweather, he knew his worth. He was promoting himself. He didn't need Zuffa. He didn't need Bob Erm. He didn't need none of these people. Mayweather Productions. Mayweather Promotions. They were made the money. He made all his money himself. Now these guys have jumped on the bandwagon, and a lot of people I know they're gonna say, "Oh man, I told you, Marvin don't know what he's talking about." I can promise you, y'all guys that's under these guys like this, that ain't even on these guys' level, y'all ain't gonna never make no type of money like that. Y'all gonna make 25,000 here, maybe 50,000. And a lot of you guys that's fighting already, a lot of these y'all gonna be stepping stones for a lot of these fighters. Don't get that twisted. Y'all won't make no $100 million, and y'all definitely won't make no $1 million. I promise you that. So you understand. One thing about these clear people, they real crafty, especially Zuffa, Dana White, and the Sheik and all, they real crafty because they was under so much scrutiny about people saying how they was gonna ruin boxing and all that. So they said, okay, we'll bait some of these. We're gonna bait some of these down. We're gonna dangle this $100 million in their face. We had Conor Bent. He went out there. They gave him $22 million for a fight. I think 1 fight deal at one time. Come on, $22 million, that's all these for one time. And the crazy part about, he didn't even put no Zuffa clothes on. He didn't even have no Zuffa boxing gear on. He fought with his gear that he wanted, what he wanted to wear. But in the end of the day, a lot of these guys, you understand, everything is a quick fix. They trying to give guys, back in the days, guys had to work for their fight. They had to earn their fights. Nowadays, they make it so quick. They make it fast. Oh, jump on this and all. And, they going to make it fast for you. But in the day, they really going to hurt these guys. They don't understand this. Because what they going to do, they might get to the point where they going to get them to get these fights on. They're going to file for bankruptcy. And then before you know it, it's over. They're, hey, man, y'all signed. Because I'm telling you, just like I told you, Zuffa's not going to be around that long. Zuffa's not, I promise you that. But they just, right here, they showing you the base. See, look, we got Devin Haney, we got Shakur Stevenson on board and all that. That's just a fake out. That's just a fake out to draw a lot of you dummies over there to continue to sign for. I promise you, a lot of these guys, as you see this out here, a lot of you guys not even making $100,000 on these fights right here. And they fighting some good hard fights. Now, you just had Shane Mosley Jr. pulled up a hell of an upset. Me personally, I didn't think he wasn't winning the fight, but he ended up winning the fight. And thumbs up, kudos to him and everything like that. But at the end of the day, that was just my opinion. But he shocked a lot of people by stopping this guy that just fought. But anyway, he talking about Shakur Stevenson now. Now, I'm gonna tell you, another person know his worth. And check this out.
David Benavidez says, I'm not going to Zuffa. Jai Opetaia has been calling him out all weekend.
He know.
People are saying that.
He ain't letting no $100 million down on his face. He ain't never make no money like that. He's a hell of a fighter.
If it did happen, I would have looked. Before the fight with Zerro Ramirez over the weekend, I don't think David Benavidez really had a chance against Jai Opetaia. Now, the way that I saw him at cruiserweight, I don't know. He might be the favorite going into the fight against Jai Opetaia. But we'll see if this fight is to come to fruition or not to avoid fighting.
Once again, this is Zuffa fighters right here. And you think these guys right here making that type of money? No. These guys right here, these other Zuffa guys fighters that people don't really know about or people didn't forgot about. These guys not making no money like that. They ain't making no money like that. No. But that's the whole bait thing. To say, oh man, these fighters coming over here, you know, we're gonna stay here. That's the best thing to do. Zuffa, man, Zuffa.
Is there going to be a Zuffa belt where, like, the winner of the Zuffa belt has a springboard into like Riyadh season and a championship fight, a Ring Magazine fight?
No.
You and I have never talked about this, but the answer is yes.
Right, of course.
No, it ain't.
Yeah. Right.
There will be a Zuffa belt, and then there will be a ring belt. And
Zuffa
yes,
and ring
I will
belts.
not recognize any of the other sanctions.
Is there going to be a Zuffa belt?
Listen to
where,
what he
like,
just said.
the winner of the Zuffa belt has a springboard into like Riyadh season and a championship fight, a Ring Magazine fight?
You and I have never talked about this, but the answer is yes.
Right,
That's
of course.
exactly what will happen.
Yeah. Right.
There will be a Zuffa belt, and then there will be a ring belt.
Listen.
And yes, I will not recognize any of the other sanctioning.
Is there
So
going
they
to
would
be
never.
Break it.
So they would never recognize the WBA, WBC, and none of that. So what's the purpose of you boxing for? I mean, if you look at it, boxing been around for over 100 years. They've been over WBC, WBA, IBF, WBO, and things like this. But they said they won't recognize none of them. So what's the purpose you fighting for? Well, listen to this. What to get to see what this blogger, what he got to say about this.
Shakur Stevenson
Listen.
to Zuffa Boxing. Breaking news.
Listen.
Shakur Stevenson, Dana White, and Zuffa Boxing are close to finalizing the deal to bring the WBC champ Shakur Stevenson to Zuffa Boxing.
And he would not be the WBC champion anymore after once he comes to Zuffa Boxing. And once again, it's always when they dangle some money in front of us, we jump on board. Now he can make $20 million. He can fight 5 times and make $20 million plus money on that. Come on, man, make it make sense. He can easily do this.
Deal
Let me see
to bring the WBC champ Shakur Stevenson to Zuffa Boxing. Breaking news.
It don't make sense.
Shakur
It doesn't make sense at all for you for him to come over to the Super. But hey, once again, when they spend this type of money on these guys, and that's what they do. All these are Zuffa fighters, man. These are Zuffa fighters. A lot of these guys been washed up and things like that, and they just jumping on board.
Ty, one of the biggest issues I personally have is.
And they just jumping on board
26.
for Zuffa box.
Do you have any interest in fighting for a Zuffa
And then
belt?
the people.
You can never say never.
Listen.
You know, right? There's been things happen in my life that I would have said, no, never that. And then it comes about. And sometimes it's been one of the best things that's happened to me. So as of now, you know, there's no dealings or talks or anything like that with me, but who knows what the future holds.
Would you have any interest in fighting for a Zuffa belt?
You know, you can never say never. You know, right?
See, once again, you got that Sheik and all them people. You got the Sheik and all them. They dang this one in these guys' face. And these guys go for
It's
it.
that time of the week again.
And they go for it every time. Let me see
It's
what
that
that
time
is.
of the week again. Time for the only segment in boxing that gives you the facts and makes you laugh. It's Clapback Thursday. Okay, so after all the talking TKO and Zuffa have done over the last year, the time has come for their huge debut. All these promises Dana made about how they were going to reinvent the wheel and take over boxing, fix the sport and make their own rules and their own ring and their own balance, turned out to be all smoke and mirrors.
Then against Dana White, who him and the Truth never get along.
Zuffa finally announced their first card, filled with names I've literally never heard of.
Fighter boxing different. It's not like MMA where you can.
See, they fill their cars with nobodies, and now they got to fill their, since De La Hoya and all these guys exposed them, now they got to try to get some of these big name fighters and say, oh, we're going to give you $100 million. But for some reason, you guys think that just because they get them $100 million and giving them $20 million and all these, they will give your fighter that? No. Your fighters are not your fighters. You putting your fighters over there to be crash dummies, and then a lot of people jumping over there because they said, "Damn, I've been fighting in these small incentives, making $5,000-6,000 a fight, and these people offer you down, they offer you down 25 or $30 million, and you jump on it because you know say, oh, I ain't got no other choice. I got to do this. I got to do this. But in this, and at the end of the day, you're not waiting. Be patient because your time won't come. That's all I'm saying. Just be patient. These guys jumping on the bandwagon. There ain't nothing happening.
Promoter
Listen.
with a native doofus belt. I mean,
Get
look,
the
they
belt.
do have deep pockets to fund these
They do.
glorified sparring sessions.
Friday night chicken
But
fights.
I'm 0% surprised that your league is nothing like you promised, Dana. This is how you do business and life. Nothing is ever real. And when anyone challenges you on the facts, you call them crazy and unhinged? Look, good luck, Dana, in your further attempt to control boxing and monopolize the sport. Remember, kids, you're never a hater.
Yeah, the only thing I'm trying to tell you guys about the whole situation is that a lot of people are jumping out here for these type of things like this for no reason. Zuffa is pretty much is bamboozling and hoodwinking a lot of these guys, and a lot of you guys think y'all bring y'all fighters over there because they bring Shakur Stevenson, they bring Devin Haney, and then talking about bringing who is this Terrence Crawford and all these guys. See, all this is smoke and mirrors. That's all it is. That's all it is smoke and mirrors. But once again, y'all just gotta be careful about, sometimes you gotta be careful with your fighters. You just gotta take your time, and like I said, it's gonna happen for you. But at the end of the day, it just they ain't gonna do right by these fighters. But it's just pretty much now as a bait because you see Shakur Stevenson, you see a couple of big names. They put a couple of big names. Say, oh, we gonna give you this money, we gonna give you that money, and y'all think y'all gonna bring y'all fighters over there. But a lot of these fighters gonna be just crash dummies for this crash dummy boxing that they got going on. But anyway, make sure you like, share, and subscribe. Tell me what you think about the whole situation, and that's real talk. Peace.